So in this video what I'm hoping to do is clarify everything within Canvas. So we're currently in the student view, and this is what you should see when you open up your Canvas course for our CHM130 class. So first thing to see, we've got a to-do listing things on the right hand side. That to-do means, well, you need to do it. Okay, so the due date is coming up sometime soon. Pay attention for it. Okay. The next part of it is that I've started that home page with a list of kind of what things are in the course. Okay, so this video is going to link out right here at that video walkthrough, which is likely what you clicked to watch this video. After that, we've got the sign up for PlayPosit on how to enroll. So let's go ahead and walk through that. Hopefully this will all work out. So we would click the playposit.com link. You should come to the main page. If you look in the upper right hand corner of the screen, you should see something that says join. We want to go ahead and click that join symbol, and I'm going to try and make a complete nonsense account. I'm a student. My student first name is Mike. Is an idiot because of some of the issues that we've had so far. So let's just try is an idiot at gmail.com. Hopefully they won't ask me to prove that. And our password, let's see if I can get in this way as a student. Cool, there it is. So this is what you should see. We want to go up to add a class, which is the button in the upper right hand corner. Again, trying to draw your attention to it. When we push that button, we'll have add a class. We need to find a class, so there's a couple different ways we can do this. The directions back in Canvas gave us what to actually search for, which should have been CHM130. And if we search for that, hopefully it pulls up. And we've got a bunch of different choices here. The most important one for you guys is this Fall 17 CHM130. That's the one you want. Ignore the Spring 17, ignore any other courses that you may see pop up. Okay, so we would add that. There is also reference to the lab class. If you want, entirely up to you, you can also add that course. No points are associated with that course. We would click done, and we should be enrolled in those two courses. So the big deal for you guys is you could click on the Fall 17 CHM130, and it will open up with this nice little schedule of videos and when you should be doing them. So we've got due dates affiliated with each video, and I will be announcing in class closer to that video timeline on when it's supposed to be watched. When you go through and watch that video, it will have lots and lots of questions within it. You need to answer them as you move through it. Okay, so we've got 2 videos set up, and for whatever reason, PlayPosit just likes to organize however the heck it feels, because if we take a look at the due dates, it's not correct. So we could sort by due date. Lewis structure would be the first video you would need to watch. We could go ahead and click that. It'll open up the video player, and we could go ahead and hit play. I've got it muted so we don't have to hear my voice double up. And it will now walk through the video. Okay. Once I've watched the entire video, then I can skip ahead. Notice if I click the scroll bar at the bottom, nothing happens. That's because I haven't watched through that. Okay, and we'll give this a couple more seconds. A question popped up. Okay, in this case, this was an old video where we were attempting to use Nearpod, and it was a horrible, horrible idea. PlayPosit does this much better. So this is just a little alert to say, hey, ignore the Nearpod references, and if you want to just watch it on YouTube, there's the link just to YouTube. The issue with YouTube, no questions. Okay, so when it's assigned, you need to be answering those questions. You have to watch it in PlayPosit. Okay, so we'd click continue. The video starts back up, and it'll continue to play through. Notice that this is one of the longer videos at 54 minutes. Okay, I apologize for that, but there's a lot of content within it. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out of PlayPosit. So hopefully that makes sense. So there's the rest of those directions. Notice we've got the lab one there listed as well. Okay, course structure, announcements. So the whole point of announcements is really for me to send out bulk emails about what's going on in the class, which is probably how you found out about this video. Okay, so I might mention things about the exams and other things like that. The assignments one is probably where you're going to be spending most of your time. That is that assignments little button. Okay, so we've got a list of stuff that you can go through and read here. Instead, what I'm going to do is go ahead and click assignments so that we move into that page. It should organize automatically by date. And notice we have an overdue assignment because I'm looking at the test student and the test student hasn't completed that assignment. Okay? If you haven't completed an assignment, that's fine. Go in and do it. Okay, so let's click reading 1.2 to see what it shows. It lists out what the readings are. Notice in the 7th edition for our textbook. Okay, so we need to be looking at the 7th edition for these. If you're using the 6th edition, the chapter references are off by 1. Okay, and as I found out helping one of your colleagues, the 6th edition, add 1. Okay, so if you were trying to do this reading in the 6th edition, it is sections 4.1 and 4.4. That works for nearly everything within the textbook. Okay, that's a 4-point. So I would go out, do the reading with that, and then I might want to click Submit Assignment. Okay, when I click Submit Assignment, a new little window opens up down below. So I clicked up here, that button went away, and I now have the Submit section in my screen. I've got two options. I can either do a file upload, which is what it defaults to, or I can do a text entry. For the reading assignment, I think the text entry makes a little bit more sense, but you can file upload at your will. That's entirely up to you. Okay, so let's attempt both. So I'm going to browse my computer. I'm just going to upload the district syllabus addendum because I have it. Okay, and then I would say Submit Assignment. Okay, and it should load up, and there it is. Notice in the upper right hand corner it's showing it in red because it was late, but it's at least been submitted. If I want to see what I submitted, I can click Submission Details, okay, or I can click the download option. If I later say, oh shoot, because it's a late assignment, I needed to submit also why I was late. I forgot to do that, so I'm going to click Resubmit Assignment. Yes, that's why I clicked the button, Canvas, thank you. And in text entry, it was the first week, and I did not understand Mike. Since I met with him, I now understand. I know I spelled that wrong. Give me a break. I now understand and won't be late again. Okay. Now I click Submit Assignment, and it doesn't delete the old entry. It'll now add this on top of it. Okay, so I have access to both. Okay, and now you've submitted the assignment. That was our reading assignment, either as a text or other option. The next part within our assignments would be our problem solves. So let's go ahead and click that problem solve. This says any 20 questions. I am going to fix this to say answer any 20 questions relevant to chemistry lecture topics at hand. Okay. I will also try and adjust to make sure that you understand that what we're looking at for possible sources of questions would be looking at any questions relevant to the subject at hand from exam 1 and any questions listed in our suggested homework for unit number 1. Those are entirely up to you on what to choose. Okay, if you're reading through the first stuff and you think this is easy, go ahead and read ahead, answer questions where it became more difficult. What we're looking for is 20 questions thinking about the content. If you're light years ahead, move light years ahead. That's okay. Okay? To submit the assignment, more than likely you will be handwriting stuff for your homework. Okay? And as we move further in, you will be handwriting stuff. So you will want to do a file upload. Use a camera phone, a scanner, okay? Browse for that image, upload those images. I then have access to it, you'll get your full points. Okay? If you don't have access to a camera phone or a scanner, then show me by 5 p.m. the due date for the assignment, okay, on that Friday. Hopefully that makes sense. We should be good with that. And I already have a note to now go back and fix that the text of those directions. Answer, problem solves. After that, leave page. Let's see if I got access to any of the other quizzes. Shoot, I don't have access to any other stuff within that. So we'll go back to the home page and we'll talk about the play pause it videos when I've got something that links up appropriately. So we've talked about our announcements. Okay, we've got our assignments discussed. There's this thing called the discussion section. The discussion section is available to you if you want to post a question to the discussions and see if students respond back. No one's taken advantage of it. It's up to you. Grades, I think, are relatively self-explanatory. You would go in and just whatever I've graded, you will see grades in Canvas. Be aware that Canvas does weird stuff with grades and it's not always perfect, but I do my best to ensure that Canvas is actually spitting out the proper stuff. Okay? Pages, you'll likely ignore. The thing that we're reading right now actually came from Pages. Files. This is where I thought I had everything really well organized, and clearly I don't, based off of your feedback. If you want to give me more feedback on better ways to organize, please let me do so. I would guess you're going to be hovering between two sections. Okay, the file with lectures and the file with old exams. So let's go ahead and take a look at our files section. We click the link on the upper left, Files, and it opens up. We have all of these folders, which we can see here, and it shows the folders on the left hand side as well to try and clarify that. Okay, so there's our folders and there's just bulk whatever's there. Okay, so let's take a look at lectures. If we open up lectures, we have the Unit 1 lecture slides. Everything that we'll talk about in Unit 1 is in those lecture slides. Okay. Whoops, wrong button. You'll also notice that we have this button for online lectures. These online lectures are the ones that pair up with our play pause it and our supplemental videos that are online. Okay, so if you want to walk through those slides, that's where they're located. Okay. Old exams, kind of self-explanatory. You have Spring 17's Exam 1, Exam 2, and Exam 3. You do not have answers because I do not post answers. If you want to ask me to check your answers, I will. Okay. You also have review for the final exam already set and ready to run. Syllabus stuff, this is important for the syllabus quiz. The first two files you should have opened when you go through and take the syllabus quiz. Writing assignment and examples. The writing assignment directions are at the very bottom of this page. Okay. The rest of these are all examples of the variety of formats that you need to be going through through the experiment or through the writing assignment. The last thing I'll point out in files is this folder called Helpful Files. You have the elements for memory, which I'm fairly certain we haven't talked about yet in lecture, but we will for sure on Monday. I would recommend you open that up and start working on memorizing those. We have the suggested homework, okay, and then we also have that scheduling spreadsheet if you wanted to work with that. If you don't want to work with it, don't worry about it. Okay, so let's go back again to our main page because we're done with our files. After files, we have the syllabus, which is just Canvas's way of representing what I've got posted in the files. So you probably will skip over that. We have the quizzes. There's really only one quiz ever through Canvas, and that's the syllabus quiz. In theory, this link works. We'll test that in a second. And then the last thing here that's going to be more important, in my opinion, would be the modules. The modules is my way of condensing and trying to keep all of the video content, okay, in one neat location. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at our modules. Modules link is on the left hand side. There's our modules link. We click that. Whoops. We click that and it'll take us to our modules. It'll start off with unit number 1 because we're in unit number 1. It'll start off with a pre-lecture preparatory videos. If we click that, It'll take us to a page that explains how to sign up for PlayPosit. Everything should be good there. In theory, you've already done that, so you don't need to worry about it. If we go back to our modules, after this it lists PlayPosit. That's the one you would have to take to get the quiz questions. Okay. YouTube link, you just want the video, you don't want the quiz questions. Maybe you've already done the quiz. Okay. And then you also have a link out to the PowerPoint that goes with it. That was in our files. After that, we'll have all lecture videos. So every single lecture video gets recorded, okay, and it will get deposited here. So if you want to go back and review, that's an if, you are not required to do so, but if you want to go back and review what happened, that's where they will be. Okay, so we currently have 2 videos within there. The lecture video from Wednesday, which was administrative, where stuff is, which is ultimately what this video is, but much shorter. And then Wednesday we talked briefly about an introduction to the scientific method. That is now also up here. So if you wanted to review that, you now have access to it. Okay. You will see these kind of bullets for Unit 2 and Unit 3 and Unit 4. Those should all be locked because I don't want you going into those yet. Okay? When they are important, they will be unlocked right after the previous exam. The very last thing on this is lab preparatory videos. I've got links out to the PlayPosit videos if you want to watch them. Okay? That discuss those individual labs and kind of gives you some pre-lab content if you want it. Your lab instructor already knows that the lab and the lecture don't pair up. They should be preparing you before you start lab with the content. Okay? After that, said we wanted to test that quiz link, so let's make sure that that quiz link is working. Let's click syllabus quiz. Looks like it works. Both of these links, we have links to the syllabus. You should have already read the syllabus, but if for some reason you're just like, I just want to jump through, you can go ahead and download those by clicking those now, and then you can open them up, and then as you take the quiz, you can go through and check in the syllabus for that content. Everything should match. No one has yet complained about the content not matching the quiz. Okay? That doesn't mean it didn't, but no one's yet complained about it at least. Okay? So you only get 2 attempts. Okay? 15 minutes per attempt. There is a little bit of math. You may need a calculator. Okay? With that, hopefully that's good enough. If you have any questions, feel free to send Mike an email. Other than that, see you Monday.